so cute.
They are cute. Wow.
As you can see, it is done rising. It looks beautiful in there.
Welcome back to Good Living Alaska. So we just got our first snow and it's time to do a little bit of snow maintenance. All right, Bubba. It's all you, bub. Start cleaning it off. You got this. Good job.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
It's amazing, huh?
What's that?
Yours is too, look.
Is that?
Here, let me see. You can extend it. Look, you press this button right here. Right there. Whoa.
That's very fun.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna turn on the ATV so it starts warming up, okay?
Daddy, but not like that.
You like this better? Yeah, I like it better too. There you go.
Now I see fish or so. But they don't need to be.
Good job. Harrison, you want to help me? We gotta go get the snow off of the solar panels so we can get energy to our house. Oh, you want to get the snow off your excavator?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. We gotta get the snow off his excavator first. You making a way?
Yeah.
Doing a path?
Yeah, just over excavator.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea.
Super easy done.
Yeah. There we go.
Now try for show.
Now we're driving.
Then use him on those.
Oh yeah. We gotta get them all cleaned off. All right. You start on this side? I'm gonna start over here, okay?
I'm gonna do that side and that side.
Okay, you do that side and I'll do over this side, okay?
Like, Daddy,
Yeah.
Daddy, money they make it longer.
Longer?
Yeah, my dog is way up there.
Okay.
Wow,
Good job.
that's the longest to go.
Yep, that's right.
Wow, you did a good job on that side.
Thank you, Bubba. You're doing a good job on this side. All right, so we're gonna have to attach the snow plow and plow some of the snow also. All right, let's switch this angle here so we can angle it off the road. There we go. All right, perfect. So now it's at an angle. It should angle it right off the side. And now we're going to plow it the other way. There we go. Perfect. So I ended up doing a new batch of baby chickens. So we ended up getting some more baby chickens here that we're going to combine with the other ones.
It's so cute.
They are cute. All right, so what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up putting them inside this cage here that we did with the other ones. And they're just going to go in there and be a part of them as well. But I need to kind of protect them when they're a little bit smaller, because when they're chicks like this, they won't usually attack each other, but they're so big they may lay on top of the others. So what I'm going to do is just to build a little bit of a separate like cage section for them, just chicken wire and a couple 2x4s that I left over from the pig shelter builds. I'm just going to put that together real quick, and yeah, we're going to put it on there so that way they can be protected while they initially get acquainted to each other. So I got the boards inside. I'm going to go ahead and nail them together. And basically I'm just kind of making like an L shape in here just to go up against this wall here. So that way the chicks can be underneath the heat lamp, and that way the bigger birds aren't going to stomp on them a little bit. And so once they get big enough, then you can integrate them. I've done this in the past where I've had like 2 hatches back to back, and it worked out just fine. They start eggs, 20 days after the other. Perfectly fine. And we'd like to have a lot of chickens, and so after the chicken coop is built, I'll get these chicks out there. Other than that, they can stay in here because this is actually quite sizable for a few chicks. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that together. All right, we got some of this leftover chicken wire. Now this chicken wire we used out to build like our meat bird fence inside the pig / chicken kennels area. And yeah, so we're gonna show you use the rest of this. All right, well there we go. Now I got the chicken wire. Basically it's just gonna go right up in here, and I'll show you that once we get the chickens. All right, as you can see, the 2 of them decided to stay back there. We're going to get them out of the way and get them over with the rest of them. But yeah, that should work just fine at keeping these chicks from getting inside. And even if 1 or 2 gets in there, maybe through this little bitty slit, it'll help introduce them all. But either way, we're going to get the babies in there. We'll get these 2 older ones out of there quick. All right, let's get them out and put them in the box, okay?
Can you take the big over there?
Yeah, we're going to take them to their new house.
Yeah.
To their brothers and sisters, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, did you?
2.
Now you
3.
see me, but you
4.
5. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, it's okay. Oh. Hi, baby. Hi, baby.
Let Sissy see one.
Say, baby. You are older.
What do you think,
The
huh?
brother sisters. That's why.
Is he going to go see his brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
Good.
Hi, baby.
Good job.
Hi, baby. Hi, down. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Stop it.
You're doing a good job, bub. High five. Good job, bub. All right, well, there they are. Looking good. And they're able to have their own little environment with the others. So they'll be able to get used to each other. They have a huge amount of space, and they can even land on top. But there's the chicks. I'm going to go and get their warmer set up. And as far as the warmer goes, I can just set it right on top of this, and it'll heat them up. And by the way, we have a ceramic. That's why you don't see the red light. It's a ceramic warmer. All right, there they are with their heat lamp and their food and water. So even though I'm hatching chicks out during the winter, I wanted to make sure that hopefully by the time I'm done with the chicken coop, they're going to be able to survive in colder environments. It'll be a good time, and I'm pretty sure that I timed it correctly because they're going to be old enough by the time I finish that chicken coop to be able to move in. So we're back out here. We are going to finish fixing our pig pens. I still got a slight little bit of a cold, but I'm doing all right. Doing a lot better than I was last week. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and put some more supports here because it has some crosswind issues here. So I'm gonna add some more supports, kind of like I did with the last one, just down at the bottom, just like at a little angle off to keep it from shaking too easily. Now I know that once I get the plywood up on it, the OSB that is, that's not gonna happen either. But I'm just gonna add a little extra support just in case. Those pigs are kind of rowdy. I mean, pigs are rowdy. And when they jump in there, they may charge in there, run after each other, play around and stuff like that, be banging up against the side walls. I just want to make sure that it has a lot of support, especially going side to side here. So I'm going to put that in there real quick, and then we're going to put on the OSB, and hopefully I'll get done with that before the night, though it gets dark quick around here. We're going to go ahead and clean off all the snow. So I have a bunch of random little pieces from the abandoned cabin wall that I broke down, and I'm going to cut 45s on all these and just kind of put them up in there. Got a bunch of our little corner pieces. We're going to put them on. Even just that one right there is enough to make it not wiggle half as much. All right, hey, definitely no wiggle in that anymore. We are good to go. So when I built this, I decided to try to build it so I can use as minimal pieces as possible. That way I can avoid spending a whole lot of money while also getting a good product at the end. So obviously I'm still using quite a bit, but not a crazy amount. And the OSB here, I made it to where I only had to use 4 panels. So that's why I built it as big it is, but also as small as it is. I didn't want to have to use too many OSB panels for all of this. Either way, it's going to work out really good because the way I decided to cut it, I only have to use the 4 OSBs. And I've already marked that one over there. If you remember from 2 weeks ago, I marked that one. So I'm going to go ahead and get that cut. And then that way I can trace out the next one and then just stick all the pieces on. Just to make sure, I know that that back wall has to be 3 foot, so I'm just gonna quickly measure. Yes, 3 foot. 3 foot and a quarter, which is exactly what we want, because we want it to be able to cover this, which this is 1/2 inch, 3 foot and a 1/2 inch, roughly. All right, cool. All right, let's get this cut. We'll test it out. I don't know what is wrong with this thing. I'm trying to cut this, but it started cutting jagged. It's really weird. The table started acting really weird and cutting jagged and turning sideways. Maybe it's the cold that loosened the bolt or something. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna get this up and then cut the door out of it. I love these things. They're like a extra hand when you don't have one. All right, so in order to cut out the doorway, I like to use the drill and router method. So basically just drill a hole in the corner here and use the router with a special bit that's attached to it to cut out OSB from the doors and keeps it from eating through the 2x4s, and it just cuts it out. I like doing that method. It looks a lot cleaner and softens the edges a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, well, I think that makes pretty easy work. It's starting to get dark and extra cold out here. I think I'm gonna go inside, go eat some dinner, and be back out after work and finish this up. Getting the plywood cut and cutting the doors usually takes the longest part of this, but my hands are starting to freeze pretty good. Either way, it's dinner time, so I'm gonna go eat, and we'll be back out instantly for you. All right, so now it's time to get these sidewalls put on, so I'm gonna go and get that done. So I got the OSB up here, and what we're gonna do is I am gonna put on the roof, and then I'm gonna cut it using the router, and then that way I know it's flush to the roof, and so whenever I put over that black tarp, that roofing material that was on the abandoned cabin. It'll be able to sit flush all the way across, and then I'll be able to lip it down here, and I'm gonna put roofing nails on it. But OSB on here the rest of the way. Let's cut this real quick. All right, let's go ahead and router this. Whew. The worst part about that is all the dust it makes. But that is flush. Very, very flush. And now it's time to router this section off, and then we're going to be able to basically hammer the rest of it in. So the way I made this, I made it to lift all the way up to 3 feet, so all the way up to this top board here. So I'm just gonna mark and cut where the rafters come into this. Man, you're working so hard to clear a path for us, Bubba.
No, I made the name as fast.
Oh, a camera path. Okay, thank you. What a good boy. All right, so we're back out here. I'm starting to wear the hat now. I'm already starting to get tired of getting my ears too cold. So we're gonna go ahead and fix this up here. So one of the things I made a little mistake here while I was making this is I should have cut a 1/2 inch for the board to cut up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a 1/2 inch off of the inside of this rafter here in order for the OSB to be able to fit up in there. And that way I can make it flush to the top plate. And then I can put some blocking here. I'm probably just gonna use like pieces of blocking, and then I can later on foam it in from the inside in order to maintain a little bit of heat control inside the top here. That way they can have a little bit of a heat element within this 1 foot section of the top. I know they're gonna have a big gaping door. The gaping door is gonna keep away, and we're gonna pack these in with straw, and then that way they can get in there and have a little thermogenic effect and heat up. They've been doing just fine. Every day I go out there, I check on them, make sure they're warm enough. They're happy. They come up, they're happy to see me, and we give them lots of food. We've been doubling their food and also putting a hay in the doghouse. Now that doghouse has a wind blockade, which is nice. I have stood in there when there's lots of wind blowing and has no problem. And the fact that there's 3 of them together, they're staying nice and warm. And the chickens also cut up with them to stay warm, and they in effect keep them warm also. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and cut this 1/4 inch out of here and get it set up here. All right, I'm gonna cut this. Sawzall.
Oh, wow, that's a nice saw.
Yes, it is. All right, and then let's use the hammer and let's knock it out with this 1/2 inch.
Oh, let me do it.
You gonna help me?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get it started. All right, you finish it.
Oh,
Hit it. Wow, look at that.
What?
Look at you. What the deal? You did that in 1 hit. Good job. All right, let's do it. I'm gonna start to cut with this and we'll keep going, okay? All right, let's use this saw now. We're gonna cut all those and then hammer them all out, okay? You ready? Okay. Okay, let me get it started for you.
Oh. Now you have to do it.
Okay, now you hit it. Okay, let's see if it's gone. Oh, you did it. Good job. Let me make sure it's on this side too. Yep, it is. Yep. Wow.
Now put it right here, the other piece.
Good job.
Now you have to do the other piece. Use the start it.
I'll start it, you finish it, okay? Okay, let's see. Oh, you did it. Good job.
What if I did this?
You did it. Okay, let's see. You did it. Good job. Nicely done. Give me a high five. Good job, Bubba. Hammer high five. Pew. All right, good job. All right. That worked out pretty good, huh? Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
It's perfect, huh? See if this will fit. There we go. Oh. Hey, get in there. You're the naughty thing. Oh, you know what I need? I need one of those yellow things.
Oh, you have to put it over there. This is no.
That's silly, Daddy.
No.
Okay, bring one to me, please.
Here, I found one.
Herbie, I need it. It's so heavy.
And what heavy?
It is heavy. Here.
Here.
Thank you. All right, let's make sure we're flush here. See, look at what you helped me do. You did a good job. Look at what you helped me do, huh? All right, somehow I had, I guess, missed the center mark here. It does look a little bit off. I leaned it a little bit, but that's all right. We're getting it fixed. Just adding an extra support so that this board can be up against this. Plus, it'll get rid of that little bit of an air gap. I think we're good, bub. All right, time to nail it in, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and put the blocking here. I'm just using the leftover pieces from the abandoned cabin to do the blocking. There's just a bunch of little leftover pieces, some long, some shorts. So I'm gonna have to just cut them and piecemeal them in there, but they'll work out just fine for what we're trying to do here. And then from there, I am going to put the roof on and nail that in. And one of the unique ones is this one with the toilet paper roll. The screws are stripped, so I'm gonna leave it in there. So now that the end piece blocking is done, I wanted to quickly explain why I did it this way. I did it this way so that way I could shove straw up into this section, because once the roof is on, you're gonna have a little gap right here. I'm gonna shove straw up into these little sections here. That way it can actually have a better heat retention as well, because straw can actually act like a poor man's insulation. So I'm gonna shove straw up in here, and then not only that, fill this up with so much straw that, you know, they like to burrow their way through it. It's kind of interesting. But anyways, they like to burrow their way into it, and they're gonna enjoy sleeping in this a lot more than the other shelter. Even though it does work, this is a lot better. So we're gonna go ahead and put the roof on and nail that down. All right, well, there it is. So we're gonna get it inside, get it warmed up, because we're gonna end up painting it. So we decided we're gonna go ahead and paint the outside of it, since we're gonna kind of try to make these semi-permanent. At first we wanted to build them, we were just gonna build them just out of like leftover material, but there really wasn't a whole lot of leftover material other than some good 2x4s. And so we decided, well, if we're gonna put the money into it, we might as well try to make them as permanent as possible. And we're gonna paint the outside of the OSB. It's gonna help make this last a lot longer. And then once we put that rubber material that we got off the abandoned cabin up on top, that's gonna make it last a lot longer too on the roof. And so nothing will leak into it. So yeah, it'll be a lot better structure. But first things first, I want to get the wood nice and warm, because it is cold out here. So I'm gonna get the wood inside, get it warm, bring it out, spray paint it, put it back inside to let it dry. So we're gonna go ahead and get that inside real quick. But first I want to go ahead and get some of this snow out of the way here. Right up front here, I have some snow that's in the way. So I'm gonna use the snow plow on the ATV and move that out of the way before I get this in, because I already have the first one in there, and we're just gonna like take turns, do like some rotation here, using the chain to pull them inside. But yeah, first got a snow plow and get this snow out of the way. All right, well, that looks a ton cleaner, and it's gonna make it a lot easier to move stuff in and out, and including driving here. Can't wait to get all this cleaned back up again now that we are done building. But I got to spray paint first, so I'm gonna spray paint right over here, and at least most of the snow is out of the way. This year is kind of weird because the ground isn't actually frozen. So as you can see here, I'm digging up rocks. That's because the ground never froze, because it never thawed. Typically here in Alaska, what will happen is that it'll be snow, and then it'll warm up enough just to melt the snow into the ground. and then it'll freeze right on over, and it creates just a slick layer of ice across the whole of all driveways, of roads and everything. And this year it hasn't done that. So it's weird because I have access to the ground still. Like I can still dig stuff up to the point of like where the permafrost really starts setting in, because there's always groundwater that freezes here in Alaska, the permafrost. But or we can call it frost heave, whatever. Permafrost usually is always frozen, so we'll be technical and call it frost heave, where the frost heave sets in the groundwater. And anyways, so it hasn't done that this year, so it's kind of weird. I got to be careful with the plow because I don't want to take all my rocks away. And so I'm just kind of like lowering it, and as I get to different elevations, you know, lowering it some more, and it takes a little bit longer, because if the ground is frozen and all the rocks are frozen to the ground, I can just plow this thing right on over. Eventually that'll happen. It always happens, but if nothing else, even the traction of just going over it over and over and over again will eventually cause it to freeze to the ground. But yeah, kind of interesting.
So we are going to be using our sourdough starter that we sell on Etsy. We are going to be putting the link in the description below. It comes dehydrated, and we also sell a kit. You can buy the individual packet or you can buy the whole kit. We're going to be using that today to show you how this bread machine works. So what we are going to do is dump all the ingredients in. And what's great about this bread machine is that it has a setting for sourdough. So with that, what happens is it allows the dough to rise twice, and it also kneads for you. So you don't have to sit there and worry about it. It does everything for you, and in 6 hours, you have delicious bread.
Yeah, the idea here is to make it simple for you, because our sourdough kit is super simple, and adding this bread machine makes it even easier. So that way you're not sitting there struggling, because I know a lot of people want to have sourdough. They want to make their own sourdough, and this is the way to do it. It's just like a cheat or a hack. You know? And so, yeah, simple.
Especially with kids and not having a lot of time, it's really nice because, like I said, you kind of set it and forget it and don't have to sit there and check on it. So,
no. And you don't miss the times that you need to
you don't have to set a timer and go check on it. It just can check it at the very end. All right, so let's do it. So this is the inside of our bread machine, and as you can see, we use it quite often, and we don't clean it, and you really don't have to clean it in between uses because you don't want to mess the pan up. It is ceramic, so to preserve it, we just leave it. We'll wipe it out sometimes, but yeah, you don't want to sit there and wash it. So here we go. So important thing to note with these auto bread machines, you need to add the wet ingredients first. That's very important. 1 cup of water. 1 cup of our active sourdough starter. And look at all those bubbles. That's what you want to see. A pinch of salt. And then 3.5 cups of flour. And we use the organic flour from Costco. So this is optional, but we like a sweeter sourdough bread. The kids love it that way. So we use Costco's organic sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and add 1/2 cup of that as well. And now comes my favorite part, getting this thing started. So looking at the list here, you can see that number 3 is the natural sourdough selection. So that's what we're going to pick. All right, so here I'm going to hit menu until I hit number 3. And it says it's going to take 6 hours and 44 minutes. All right, and this is my other favorite part here. All I'm gonna do is hit start, and then I'm gonna walk away, and then in less than 7 hours, I'm gonna have delicious sourdough bread. All right, now I'm gonna show you the inside here and what it's doing and see how it's kneading it. In a few minutes, we'll come back and show you what it looks like when it's done creating the sourdough ball. As you can see, it's already been kneaded into a nice ball here. And the inside is already warming up, so that means that it's getting ready for its first fermentation. We will show you again in a little bit more progress on it, but this one we got off of Amazon, and we'll put the link down in the description below. And the one we purchased usually sells around $100, and we've been really happy with it, especially since it's ceramic. As you can see, it is done rising. It looks beautiful in there, and so it won't be too much longer, but before we have some delicious bread.
All right, so we've had both of these shelters warming up over a night in here. We wanted the wood to be warm. That way, whenever we spray paint it, it'll actually stick to it. And then we're going to drag them back in here And from the dragging back in here, we're going to let them dry in the garage here because obviously it's way too cold outside for them to dry. This really should have been more of a summer project, but hey, this is what happens when you run out of time. So we're going to go ahead and drag these out using the ATV and get them spray painted. Harrison and Mama vacuumed out the second one as well, so it's nice and clean and ready to be spray painted. Good job, Bubba. All right, we got them both out here. We're gonna go ahead and quickly spray paint them. I'm gonna use a spray painter. Now, hey, Mike, you almost got me with snow. You got snow all over your head. Hey. You got me. I got a spray painter. I realize that in the cold, it's not a good environment, but we're going from the garage directly out to here. We're gonna spray paint it, and then we're gonna drag them back into the garage. So it's gonna be a fairly quick process of just back and forth and into the garage to dry. The reason why I brought them out here just to spray paint them is because of the overspray. Now, the color that we're painting was the same color as the house, and that just so happens to be the same color as all of these loose gravel rocks. And so I'm not really too worried about where this paint is landing. Hey, you gave me with snow. We're also going to paint the inside of it too real quick, and that's also why we're using a spray painter, just because it's just faster, a lot faster. So we're going to grab everything and start getting it done. Hey, why are you getting me? Hey. Yeah. Going. Want to do it? Go now. Good job. Look at that. That's perfect. High five. Phew. All right, well, there we are. It is painted. It was very fast, actually. And as you can see on the inside here, we went ahead and painted the inside and in this one as well. As you can see, though, it's already starting to freeze. This is why we made room inside the garage. We're going to drag these back in right now, let them dry, and then we're going to go eat some food. We got some fresh bread that is baking and just about ready. And so we're going to go enjoy that sourdough bread. And then shortly afterwards, we're going to put the roofing material on that we saved from the abandoned cabin and then take it out to the pigs. It has warmed up, which is why I chose today to paint, because even though it is freezing, it is just like around 32, maybe 31 degrees out. It's really not that cold. Just cold enough to keep snow on the ground and freeze paint, but not like super cold. So that's a good thing. That's the positive about it. But either way, I need to get these back into the garage so that way they can properly dry. I'm going to use the winch on the ATV, and this pole here is circular, so I'm going to pull it around the bottom and attach it to the chain on the front just so I can get this thing turned around easily. So I didn't realize how easy the sled portion of this was, because turning that thing around I think was harder than if I would have just gone straight in and pushed it with using the sleds. Once I hit those rocks, that's where I slowed down the most. And I'm going to use these extra pieces of OSB that I bought to get a little pad going.
So we want to let you guys know that we are going to be doing the Christmas card exchange again this year. Now we did it last year and we really were just overwhelmed with all the cards that were sent. It was so nice to see what everyone said in their cards and see everyone's beautiful families, the ones that sent pictures. We just felt so connected to you guys. So we want to do it again this year. So all you have to do is send us a Christmas card. We'll put our address down in the description below to make it easy. And we just ask that you guys put your return address on the envelope and send a stamp if you can. It just makes it easier for us to keep track of everything and to send it back. And when we send our Christmas cards, we're also going to send a little something inside. So make sure you look for that. But yeah, we are excited to be doing it again this year. Also, a lot of you have been messaging us about our kiddos this Christmas and if you guys can get them gifts. And yes, if you guys would like to send the kiddos something, we do appreciate it. It's not necessary. We don't expect it, but we do appreciate you guys thinking of our littles around the holidays. To make it easy, since we've been getting so many requests for it, I'm going to be putting down an Amazon gift registry link down in the description below as well with our address. So if you guys want to take a look, you can and send the kiddos something. Like I said, we really appreciate it, but it is not necessary. Just your support and watching our show means the world to us. And just to let you know, as we get gifts, we will show them in our videos just to let you guys know that we have received them. We did that last year and it went really well. We may not do it right when we get the gift, but we will show the gifts that we get so you guys know that it was received. And lastly, just wanted to tell you guys once again about our dehydrated sourdough starter kits on Etsy. Now we are currently selling these and the kits come with a jar with our logo on it that says starter, and it comes with our dehydrated sourdough packet, as well as a spoon and 2 coffee filters. We're selling these on Etsy, and we're also selling just the packets by themselves if you're looking for something a little bit cheaper. But yeah, we are selling those. We also have mugs, and we have puzzles, and we have a sourdough ornament, which is pretty cute. So if you guys want to check out our Etsy website, we'll put that link down in the description below as well. But in case you're looking for something that for somebody that's a little bit hard to shop for, or somebody who's been interested in trying sourdough but just hasn't pulled the trigger yet, or if you're trying to do sourdough for the first time, make sure you check out our Etsy website. I have very simple instructions. It's step by step, and then you guys can always reach out to me if you have any questions. That is not an issue. We can always help and walk you through it. But yeah, if you're looking for something a little bit different or special, or you just want to try something new, make sure you check it out.
Well, we ended up letting the fire die while we were gone at Costco, and so we just wanted to get it started up again. What's nice about this Blaze King, which is the Blaze King, the Queen, it lasts for about 30 hours. So sometimes when we go to Costco, we've been going about twice a month now. When we go to Costco, it'll last, but this time around, I guess I didn't put enough wood in it, and I didn't fill it up before we left. So by the time we got home, it was already out. It still had a little piece left, but that's all right. We're gonna fill it up the rest of the way again. We're gonna get the fire going first, and then we'll fill it up again. When we first had moved up here, we had gone shopping at Fred Meyer a lot, and they always give paper bags, and so we saved them, and it's been perfect. We're starting with little fires. One of the nice things that we like about this Blaze King, I don't know if you saw our installation video, but this one comes with an ashtray, as you can see here, filled with ash. And that's pretty awesome because just like we had that fire die, I was able to scrape all the ash in there and save the one log that wasn't burned up. And we're going to start this fire up, but all the ash is down in the bottom. And it helps hold in the warmth as the coals in there die the rest of the way. And then you can just take it out to a bucket and we'll use it as fertilizer in the summer when it comes to the garden. Which is really good because our ground out here is super acidic, so... All right, well, I think that fire is lit up pretty well. I'm going to put another log in there just to make sure it stays going before nighttime. And then I am going to fill it up tonight. So what was crazy this morning is that this morning around 6:30, 6:40-ish, we got woken up by an earthquake. Now, this one had the whole bed shaking. Luckily, nothing fell off of anywhere. It wasn't causing any damage or anything. It was like almost a 5, I think. And it's a reminder that there's a fault line not too far from us. That being in Alaska is something that's very common. You get a lot of earthquakes around here. But yeah, it's still a beautiful place to live, and we wouldn't change it right now. That's for sure. And there's something about fires, man. It just makes it feel so cozy. Want some fresh bread? Yummy bread.
Okay.
You got one here. Look at these. Man, they turned out really good.
They did. Wow.
It's
so soft. And it smells so good.
I'm worried it's going to fall apart, but look at that.
Look at that.
If I can. Yeah, that's good bread.
Okay, I'm going to cut the crust off for the kiddos.
I accidentally poked a hole in the top of it, so the top looks kind of funny, but it almost looks like a real true loaf of bread, though. It's the way it's cut. The way it turned out.
Oh yeah, it's funny.
Daddy touched the top, and I got the dough stuck to my finger and ruined the round top, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It's something.
It's still yummy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You smell good?
All right. Put it in there.
Yeah.
There it is with some wonderful Costco grass-fed melted butter. There you go. Get it. We're going to get it. Oh, we got to cut it, huh? Oh, that looks good. You going to tear into it? How is it? Yummy? Yummy. Yummy? Is it yummy? Yeah? Yeah, it's good, huh? Good bread.
All right, and here is my bread. I don't like the crust too much either, but I do like lots of butter. So good.
It looks so soft.
It's very soft.
It turned it was very active. Like I'd been feeding it every day.
Yeah, very active. And that bread machine, man, set it and forget it. It is so nice, especially with kids, because I just don't have time to be monitoring it all the time. So I'm really thankful that we have a bread machine.
Sissy is too.
Yeah. But I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you guys for all of the get well wishes. It has been a rough couple of weeks here, but we are slowly trying to get back into our routine. So we thank you guys for being patient with us as we're building and getting ready for winter. So we hope that you guys still stay tuned because we have a lot to show you coming up.
As you can see, they're drying very nicely. Still a couple wet spots there, but it's soaking in and drying. All right, so our fireplace just got up to temperature, and I'll show you what that means. I think I've shown you whenever we first installed it, but I'm going to show you again. So when it gets up to temperature right here, the Blaze King, it has an inactive and an active stage right here. And basically what that means is that the gas catalyst is able to be activated. And this here is just a thermometer. The catalyst itself, I'm not sure if we can see it, but we're going to try to see it. It's sitting right there. So that right there is the catalyst. And the way it's activated is super simple. All you have to do is turn this lever, and what it does is it shuts the dampener on this, and you lock it. All right, and then it'll start its catalyst. Now, right now we're on temperature high, which means it'll start burning really hot, really fast. The only way, though, that it can work is if this is activated. So if it's on the active stage. And what that means is that as long as this is filled, it'll last about 30 hours. So the wood will smolder, smoke, and create heat for about 30 hours. I wanted to quickly address a comment. So we get a lot of comments about our heat shield back here. Now, the way the Blaze King is built, and we read the manual, as long as it is 9 inches away from the back wall, you actually don't need a heat shield. And we are actually way more than that back here. And we measured it before, we got it checked out and tested, and it is way away from that. And that's the nice thing about the Blaze King. They're extremely thick, insulated, which is why they last 30 hours or 40 hours if you get the King itself. And they're just excellent, excellent wood stoves. So just so y'all know, that's what's going on. That's why we didn't put one back there. We're more than far enough away. The way that this was installed up at the top was made sure that a Blaze King could go back there without having to put a heat shield. And that way you get to see the beautiful blue spruce on either side without issues. And I wanted to end this by saying, so we're almost done with the pig houses. It's been a long week. We've been recovering still. And I've also been working a lot at my hospital job. All we have to do now is cover it with the tarp. So next week, we're going to cover it with the tarp and take it out to them. Now, y'all won't see that till next week, but really that's only going to be in the next day. So we're going to finish it up tomorrow, film it, and then y'all will see the finale of that, plus a bunch of other stuff that I've been wanting to get done around here all next week. So we'll see you again next week. Thanks again for watching. Good Living Alaska. Bye.
And you got mama's bread now? Is that good?
To see the horizon and the fire.
Show daddy how you know. Show daddy.
Were too.
You gonna give mama some?
Today and not tomorrow.